Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy Winning Wednesday to each and every one of you. I hope and pray that your day has been great. My day has been great. It's been a little muggy today. Right now, my dashboard says it's 84 degrees, but it is a little muggy, hence the reason why you see the perspiration on my face.
Facebook update failed.
Thank you. And I have my AC on low, so hopefully the fan is not too loud. But other than that, y'all, it's been a great day. I am actually thankful that it's been cooler last week and this week. I know today through, I want to say next Saturday or Sunday or something or other, it's going to be in the low to mid 80s. So that's good because we have been having some serious weather here in the DMV area. So I appreciate it. Okay. Now I'm going to jump on into today's video because tomorrow's trash day, y'all. And I need to get my trash together and pull my cans out to the curb. And I want to do that, go eat my dinner and sit down because, honey, let me tell y'all, I'm on season 2. Today I start episode 5 of Bridgerton, and so I cannot wait to get into it, okay, because it's getting good. So for those of you that have seen it, y'all already know what I'm talking about. If you have not seen it, I would suggest that you go and watch it. Now, today's topic is never make these 5 mistakes. And these are based on Stoic principles. So I'm going to share them with you. As always, what I share with you will be in the description box. But listen carefully. Number 1, never talk about your dreams to anyone. Remember, a fish with its mouth shut avoids the hook. Y'all, that's powerful. That is powerful. A fish that keeps its mouth closed doesn't have to worry about getting caught on the fisherman's line because it's not opening its mouth to try and take the food. Come on now. So sometimes, no, I'm going to say more times than not, you have got to keep your dreams and your ideas to yourself. Now, I'll tell you where I kind of disagree just a little bit with that thought in that when you have that one good friend, that one tight-knit friend, and you might have 2, but you have that friend that you can share your goals, your dreams, and your ideas with, and the two of you have each other's back and you encourage each other, and maybe they have some references or some knowledge about something that you don't, and vice versa. So to a certain extent, I would say yes, never talk about your dreams to anyone. But if you have that one person, maybe 2, that y'all are thicker than thieves and you know you can trust them, then I see nothing wrong with that. But as a whole, don't get on social media or just, wherever you may be, telling everybody about your dreams, because I guarantee you, not everybody in that crowd wants to see you succeed. That's number 1. And so what'll happen is they'll start to talk you out of doing whatever it is that you have your mind set on doing. So just keep it to yourself. Number 2, never get too involved in other people's problems. Don't obsess as if they are your own. You'll forget yourself, meaning that sometimes you get so wrapped up in other people's issues, problems, and concerns that you forget about yourself. And I can raise my hand and say that was me at one time. If you came to me and you had a problem or an issue going on, I would get so caught up in it that I would forget that it wasn't even my problem. And I'm staying up late at night doing research, trying to find a way to help you fix your issue. And then one day I had to realize, Michelle, you have to stop doing this because you're driving yourself crazy, stressing about and worrying about somebody's issue that's not yours. And sometimes the people that had the issue, they weren't as concerned about the issue as I was. So that's why I say don't allow yourself to get so caught up in other people's problems that you forget yourself. And now, especially since stress can bring on a seizure for me, I try my best not to allow anything to stress me. Now, does that always happen? No. But I try my best to make sure I don't allow stress of any kind to have me having a seizure. So if you come to me with your issue, your problem, or your concern, I will pray with you. I will pray for you. And if I have some resources that can help you, I will pass those on, but then I'm done. I am done. I'm not no more waking up in the middle of the night thinking about your issue and, oh, you know what, this may work. No, I'm not doing that anymore. But because I feel like this, if you're going to pray about it, then why stress over it? If you're going to stress, don't bother God with praying about it. Because your stressing says, okay, Lord, I prayed about it, but I'm not too sure if you're going to be able to make that happen. So I need to stress. No, stop it. Especially over other people's problems and concerns that have nothing to do with you at all. Nothing whatsoever. Let it go, y'all. Number 3, never be overly intimate with anyone and don't get too attached to someone. I would say that is something that you have to be very cautious about, because too often what happens is that we as people, we get overly caught up and attached to folks who aren't as attached to us. You ever see somebody who's in a relationship by themselves? You see them and their significant other, but the reality is that one of those two are in a relationship by themselves because they're the only one putting forth the effort in that relationship to make it work. The other one, they're just coasting along. So what I would suggest to you is that you don't get so caught up with other people or get so attached to other people that, again, you lose yourself, because it happens all the time. And we all know somebody that has been a victim of that. They got so attached and caught up with this person that they completely lost themselves. The things that they used to love doing, they don't do anymore. And it's really sad, but it happens all the time. So what I'm going to say is stop getting so attached. And that's another reason why when relationships don't work out, sometimes people have a hard time with dealing with it. Yes, they love that person, but they're so attached to them that they can't imagine their lives without that person. And I don't want that to be you. You know, honey, let me tell you something. I'm at the point in my life that if I was in a relationship and the person I'm in a relationship with said, Michelle, look, I don't want this anymore. Okay. If Frankie woke up from his nap, I'm assuming he's taking a nap, but if he called me today and said, hey, you know what, Shell, I'm just done, I want to move on, I may ask, you know, what happened, just out of curiosity, because, you know, when you know better, you do better when you move into your next relationship. And then again, I may not, but at the end of the day, it'll be okay, because what I'm not going to do is make you stay and you don't want to be here. And that's what I need you all to understand too. Stop trying to make people stay in a relationship that they've made it very clear to you that they don't want to be in anymore. They tell you they don't want to be there. Oh, hey, it's been real. Have a nice life. And wish them well. That's what I do. I will wish you well. May God bless you. I hope you find what you're looking for. Just know that once that door closes, sweetie, you can't come back here. That's done. But I digress. Number 4, never ask anyone to lend you money. Don't lend. Now, mind you, these are based on Stoic principles. So don't lend money, and don't lend money either. Both break friendships and turn you into a beggar for your debts. So you have to be careful about that. There are many relationships that have fallen apart over the lending of money, because one person lent money and the other person never paid it back. So that's one of the fastest ways to ruin a relationship, is when you borrow money and you don't pay it back. And here's the thing, when the people borrow the money, they 9 times out of 10, not always, but 9 times out of 10, they knew they weren't going to be able to pay you back. So why borrow money that you know you can't pay back? Keep it real. Look, I need $100 because I have this bill that's due and I have to take care of it. I don't have the money, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to pay you back. I would much rather you say that to me than to say, hey, I'm going to give it back to you on Friday, or I'm going to give it back to you next week, or on the 20th or the 30th, or whatever date you come up with, knowing that you're not going to give it back to me. Don't do that. So the best thing that you can do, to be honest with yourself and with others, is not borrow money at all. That way you don't mess up friendships. And sometimes this happens in families as well. It's best not to, because then also what the Stoic principle said is that you'll turn into a beggar for your debts. And that's how a lot of times beggars become beggars. And I'm pretty sure there are other things that cause it too, but a lot of times they're constantly begging for money. And when people keep giving you the money, you have no desire to go and work for the money that you need and or want. Why? Because all you have to do is open your mouth. Now the Bible does say you have not because you ask not. However, when you open your mouth and you ask people for money, they keep handing it out. And so you keep asking for it because they're going to keep giving it to you. So stop begging, stop asking. And for those of you that are constantly lending, stop lending. That way you're going to force that person to have to go and work for what they need. Number 5, last but not least, never spend more than you earn. Y'all, that's just common sense. That is common sense. However, and because so many people find themselves spending more money than they earn. I've seen people over the years buy this nice home or rent or lease a nice apartment or condo, knowing full well it was going to be a struggle to pay for it. Why would you do that? I mean, really, why would you do that? So you would rather get a Suburban. I only said a Suburban because I'm looking at my neighbor's truck across the street, but you would rather go out here and get a Suburban and pay maybe $700-800 a month, if not more, depending on your credit, than to get a Hyundai Accent or whatever other Hyundai, whatever other vehicle Hyundai makes, not the SUVs, I'm talking about cars, that you can afford, that you may only pay about $350, probably $400 a month for. But you would much rather go out here and get that Suburban. Why? So you can look like you've arrived to your friends and to your family members. Sweetie, let me tell you something. I'm not concerned about what anybody thinks. I am not. I drive what I drive because it's what I want to drive. I'm not driving anything to try and impress other people. For what? You know, for what? I don't care. Sometimes I wish I did care. Hey, sometimes I wish I cared, but I don't. Me personally, I'm a Chevy girl. If you know me, then you know that. I am a Chevy girl, and so I drive Chevys because that's what I want to drive. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was waving to my neighbors. But yeah, I drive Chevys because that's what I choose to drive. I'm not interested in a Nissan. I'm not interested in a BMW or a Lexus or a Mercedes or any of that. I'm just not. It's not that I can't afford it. It's just that that's not what I'm interested in driving. So I said all of that to say, stop spending more than you earn just to impress other people who, to be quite honest with you, probably don't care. They probably don't. I mean, if you really stop and think about it, you're trying to impress people that don't care one way or the other. So stop doing it. Live within your means. I promise you'll be much happier. Now, having said that, you guys, I'm going to leave you be because, like I said, I need to go in here and I'm eat my dinner first. And then I will get the trash out so I get my cans to the curb, get my shower, sit down and relax, watch episode 5, and take my butt to bed at a decent hour because I was up later last night than I should have been. And so I was a little tired today. So I'm going to get in bed early so that tomorrow I'm not walking around here dragging looking like the zombie cometh because I'm so tired, okay? Now, having said that, you all, I want to say thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time to speak life into you. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tap the bell if you haven't already done so. For those of you, this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. And if you haven't subscribed by now and you keep coming back, I'm asking that you do the same. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell so you don't miss anything. And other than that, you know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you all to the moon and back, and there's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that will change that. I love you all so much. I want nothing but the best for you. I want you to make the second half of this year the best part of this year. I want you to get to the end of December having having managed to do everything on your to-do list, being able to say, you know what, I achieved my goals, my dreams, my desires. That's what I want for you. So I want you to work hard, continue to believe that you can do it, and then do it. Don't let the big picture scare you. Break it down. You have the big picture of what you want to do. Break it down into steps, manageable steps, and start making it happen, because you can do it. You can do it. The thing is you have to stop being afraid. You definitely have to stop procrastinating, and you have to start doing it. And again, what did I open up with? Stop telling everybody your goals and dreams, because a lot of people don't want to see you succeed, and they're going to talk you out of doing the thing that God has called you to do, the thing that's on your heart to do. And then later on down the road, you're going to be mad that you listened to them, but it's too late then, okay? Love you all so, so much, and we will talk again on Friday. Until then, take care.